Celsius reported 2Q results and the stock tanked. But the core brand decline is not the main concern. I will share with you what everyone is missing, and it will decide where Celsius stock goes from here. This is Celsius, the energy drink company. Last quarter, sales went up and profit got cut almost in half. A year ago, Celsius earned 33 cents per share. This quarter, just 14 cents. Same company, half the profit. So what happened? If you're new here, my name's Ken Freeman. I'm a professor, CFA charter holder, and trainer to top banks on Wall Street like JP Morgan and BlackRock. I help retail investors build wealth faster and easier by using Wall Street level analysis to find winners and avoid losers. This entire analysis comes down to one number buried on page 34. One question now decides this stock. I call it the returns test. Is the business level financial return to shareholders still growing, or is it quietly stagnating? Here's the part that didn't add up. Celsius sold more this quarter, not less. Revenue climbed to $817.9 million. That's 10.6% more than a year ago. Revenue up, so why did profit fall? Celsius booked an $80.9 million charge, which is a one-time cost. This is what they had to pay to move the Alani Nu drinks into the Pepsi distribution network. Pepsi paid Celsius back for nearly all of it. The full cost hits this one quarter, but Pepsi's payment spreads over 16 years. So the book takes the full hit today while the cash trickles in slowly. But that still leaves one real question. Is the core brand a gold mine or a money pit? To answer that question, look at how Celsius makes money. Picture a guy stopping for gas before work. They grab an ice-cold can of a zero-sugar energy drink. That can is Celsius. Or it's Alani Nu, the pink can marketed to women. Or it is Rockstar, the original energy can Celsius recently bought from Pepsi. The number 3 ready-to-drink energy portfolio in the US. So, where do the dollars come from? Core Celsius brought in $370 million. That's down from $438 million a year ago. We'll dig into that later in the video. Alani Nu brought in $364.4 million. The colorful can is now a beast. Rockstar added $66.5 million. And almost all of these brands sell in one place, North America, $790.7 million. That's 96.7% of total revenue. The rest is overseas, and while that's tiny today, that is the next leg of growth. Now, here's the secret weapon. Celsius does not drive its own trucks, Pepsi does. That is the biggest drink network on earth, and Celsius just plugs right into it. Building this from scratch would take decades. Celsius has access to all of Pepsi's shelves. So, with an engine like that under the hood, why is the stock down? If this is the kind of research that you want, hit like and subscribe. It helps keep this Wall Street level analysis free to you every week. When something's off with a business, the warning signs hide inside the numbers. I found 4 red flags, and they're significant. Start with what Celsius keeps on each sale. Let's look at gross margin. A year ago, it was 51.5%. This quarter, it fell to 48.1%. That is money that's gone before paying any bill. So why did it drop? They paid stores harder to push the cans. Promotional money up, margin down. That is your profit paid to gain shelf space. One buyer is 60.2% of all Celsius revenue. That buyer is Pepsi. 6 out of every $10 run through one partner. One partner holding the keys is your risk. And a lawsuit hangs over that very deal. Investors sued over the Pepsi story. The company says that the claims lack merit. Still, it's a cloud that we can't ignore. Celsius carries some real debt now. Long-term debt sits at $667.9 million. And the big piece is a term loan due 2032, $663.25 million of it. Borrowed money is fine when growth is fast. It bites when growth stalls. While that's a big debt bill, hold that thought. The bulls have an answer to this. Celsius earned a profit this quarter, but look at who gets paid before you do. Only $36.4 million reaches common stockholders. That's us. The other $18.9 million went to Pepsi's special shares. Pepsi holds preferred stock that gets paid first. 4 red flags, that's the bear case. But here's what bears cannot explain. Pepsi did not just take over the trucks, they paid to make it happen. You do not give a partner hundreds of millions of dollars unless you see a future. That tells you what Pepsi believes. Want to ask me anything about a company? My members get to ask me anything live. You can join them right now below the video. So, what's the upside for bulls? Forget the paper profit for a second. Follow the actual cash instead. Last year, operations threw off $147.1 million. This year, $296.3 million. Cash from the business nearly doubled. Remember that margin squeeze? The cash register disagrees. Profit dipped on paper, but real cash surged. And cash is what drives value. That pink can is not slowing down. Alani Nu sales grew 21% in a year. That is real demand. It surpassed $1 billion in retail sales. That is the brand doing the heavy lifting, and it's still climbing. Worried about that debt? Look at the bank account. Celsius sits on $631.2 million in cash. At the end of last year, it was $398.9 million. That cash pile is growing. That term loan doesn't look so scary now, does it? The man who built Rockstar Energy just showed up as a surprise new big Celsius shareholder. He took a 4.7% stake worth about $300 million. He previously sold Rockstar to Pepsi for $4 billion in 2020, and he's betting big that Celsius stock is too cheap. He said that the CEO, chief operating officer, brand manager, and the marketing manager all need to be replaced. Wall Street cheered and the stock jumped. When smart money buys the dip this big, you better pay attention. Want to learn how to do this yourself? Just scan the QR code on the screen. All right, those are the red flags and the green flags. So when Wall Street weighs all of this, where do the big firms land? 20 analysts cover Celsius on Wall Street. The consensus is still a buy. The median is 41.50, but after this quarter, targets got cut. Let's see where three major firms stand. JP Morgan kept their overweight buy rating, but they cut the target from $56 to $52. Read that move like a detective. They think Celsius is worth a bit less now, but they still see that it's worth far more than $28. Their whole case rests on the Pepsi engine and Alani Nu carrying the load. If JP Morgan is right, the stock is going to bounce off the lows. UBS lowered their target from $50 to $44, and they kept their buy rating. Still well above where it trades today, but they're clearly worried about something. That something is the flagship brand, the same soft spot that the rest of the street is watching. Piper Sandler took the deepest cut, still overweight, still a buy. They dropped their target from $49 to $36. Still almost 29% upside to today, but more cautious than the others. Their message is simple. Prove the brand first, then the target goes back up. Notice what just happened here. None of those companies turned bearish, but the targets range from $36 to $52. And that's a wide spread for one company. They all agree that Celsius looks cheap, but they disagree on the flagship brand. For the high target, the brand has to turn. The reset works and the growth comes back. The low target bets that challenges continue near term. Every one of those targets is a bet on when the core brand recovers. So what does the institutional grade data say? The smart money on Wall Street. Let's cover that next. CapIQ is a $25,000 per year subscription that I'm showing you guys today for free. If you want to invest like the pros, you need to see what the pros see. The analysts that I train at the top banks across Wall Street all use CapIQ. Here's the Celsius valuation dashboard. Wall Street has a low value for Celsius of $26 and a high value of $56. The median is 41.50, which is 47.7% upside to today. The overall rating is 1.70, which is an outperform rating. For that median to be reached, three things must be true. First, the core Celsius brand stops shrinking and it turns back to growth. Second, Pepsi keeps funding the transition without converting its preferred shares. Third, margins climb back towards last year's level as promotion spending eases. CapIQ does not give certainty, but it shows you what the biggest investors on the planet are betting on. The street sees big upside from here, but the core brand is going backwards. One side is misreading the numbers, so which side is actually reading the numbers right? At the start of this video, I gave you the returns test. Is the business level financial return to shareholders still growing or quietly stagnating? If it's shrinking, the bears might be right. If it's turning up, the bulls win. Right now, the returns test is passing. The bottom line adjusted net margin is stable, and the return on equity is nearly 40%. In November 2025, the board approved a $300 million share repurchase program, and the company has taken full advantage. In the last 6 months, they repurchased $125.5 million worth of shares at an average price of $31.38, and that has boosted return on equity. Now, the part that I owe you from the last video. In June, I ran the momentum test, and I asked if the core brand would speed up. It did the opposite. It reversed. So that test did not go our way. Then why am I still a buyer? It's because the drop is mostly self-inflicted. Management laid out exactly what happened. They yanked slow flavors to clean the shelf. That takes sales off the books right away. Winning better shelf space takes longer, so the payoff shows up later, not now. And they paused rolling out new drinks on purpose while they're folding in Alani Nu and Rockstar. New launches drive most of the growth, and they held them back for 1 quarter. At the cash register, sales barely moved. The reported drop looks worse than real life. And management guides a return to core brand growth heading into next year. Celsius has run this exact playbook before. Back in 2022, Pepsi took over the trucks. So what happened to the sales after that? They took off and shot upward. That is the same playbook being run again. Selling through Pepsi is wholesale, not retail. Celsius ships pallets, Pepsi hits the stores. That is more reach, not less demand. Zoom out to the first half of the year. Operating profit actually rose. $214.2 million, up from $195 million. The full year story is still growth. The bad quarter is a one-time reset. If the brand keeps sliding, the bears start flexing, but the weight of the evidence says buy. And the safety net is huge. Celsius holds $832.3 million in working capital. That is money to ride out a slow quarter or two. It buys them time to fix the core brand. In early November, Celsius reports again. We want to see stable ROE and a return to growth for the core brand. So what does my valuation say right now?
You should seek the advice of an investment professional always. I do not know your individual financial situation, and this content is meant to educate and is not investment advice.
That being said, my DCF model shows an implied share price of $51.79. With the stock sitting at $28.09 today, that implies upside of over 84%. So, based on the numbers, Celsius has a buy rating. On Wall Street, a stock trading at greater than a 20% discount is considered a buy rating because it provides us a margin of safety. I do own Celsius as my fourth smallest position at a weight of 2.7%. Right now, this stock is all about execution. I really want to see how the activist situation evolves. Does he buy more, get a board seat, take over as CEO? If you're curious on what else I own, just scan the QR code on the screen. Pay attention to one thing from here. Does the ROE remain stable or continue to grow by the November report? If yes, the return test passes. If no, the bears might be right. Watch that one number and ignore the noise. That is the only question that matters. Are you a bull on Celsius here, or does the core brand decline scare you? Let me know in the comments below. As always, be relentless.